This industry drops you into the middle of a lake and you have to learn how to swim. When the markets changed and I didn't grow that year, finances got tough. We had expenses that we were not expecting to have from this remodel, all while the income was now not coming in like it had been. It was kind of looking really bleak, and I got into a low place. I saw on your Facebook page that you did coaching. I decided to get into coaching early in my career so that I knew what systems I needed to implement so that my business could run smoothly without me and I could enjoy my life. You want to make money, but I want to make money to enjoy the life with my family. I have been a business owner my whole life, but I don't feel like I'm running around with my head cut off all the time, going in circles, not knowing, really what the next step is. I just had my best year ever, 5 years in the business, and I did 56 deals this year. I've gotten to travel more than I ever have, and I no longer do any type of lead generation, any type of paid lead generation. Everything is just from systems. I just retired my husband from working. I'm so excited for what the future holds for my business. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm excited for the growth that I know is gonna happen.
Becca, we're in Serbia on a retreat. I'm just curious, how's your business? What's it look like right now? Tell me everything. Life, business, give me the picture.
Wow. This year is kind of a highlight year, actually. I just had my best year ever. 5 years in the business, and I did 56 deals this year.
56.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. 5 years, 56.
Yeah. I've gotten to travel more than I ever have, kind of all over this year, and now Serbia.
So you're traveling during your biggest year again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I just retired my husband from working.
So he had a job. Now he doesn't have a job.
Yep.
Because that's incredible.
Yep.
So, man, I've heard that people want to do this. I've heard it over and over again. If I could just retire my spouse,
Yep.
You actually did it.
Yeah, it's always been a goal of mine, like even previous to real estate.
How's that feel?
Yeah. Oh, it's so amazing. And to see him happy is everything.
Did he have a hard job or just work
No,
forever?
it was just not loving his life, right? Like it wasn't something he loved to do.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted him to be happy, and he's happy being at home, taking care of his family, taking care of our property. And
that's incredible. That's an amazing, amazing story. So was it always like this?
No, it's definitely been a journey for me. I started real estate over COVID. While my beauty salon was shut down, I got my license and just jumped into real estate, just head first. And I did pretty fantastic. By my second year, I was picked up by house hunters for a story of helping a single mom get into her first home using a government program, which is almost impossible during the 2022 market.
So this is HGTV, like
Yeah.
you're on TV.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that was just
that was by year two.
Year two, yeah.
Okay.
And then I went from that excitement and that success to having my first bad year in real estate.
So year three.
Year three. And the market's changed, and I wasn't prepared for that. Like as a newer agent, I wasn't prepared for the ebbs and flows of real estate.
So you're having this huge high, you're on TV, and then year three, you're like, uh-oh.
Yep.
What was happening year three? What made it so bad?
I made financial decisions from the success that I was having, and just thought that I was going to continue to grow year after year after year. And so when the markets changed and I didn't grow that year, finances got tough.
Yeah. So you kept spending the money because it's money's coming in. Let's
Yeah,
go. And
we were
very common.
So we flip homes, and so we had started this flip, and we got into it. And in that same year, once we started, we found out that the flashing wasn't properly done on our deck, and all of the water had rotted the whole side of our house off.
Oh,
So
wow.
the expenses that, like, we had expenses that we were not expecting to have from this remodel, all while the income was now not coming in like it had been.
So more expenses showed up
Yep.
and the income dropped.
Yep. Yep. And then, then the stress hits, and then the mental stuff hits, and then the outlook, for the next year, things were changing with
buyer
lawsuits.
stuff.
The real estate lawsuits thing had just started to happen. It was kind of looking really bleak, and I got into a low place. Like,
Wow.
it was tough. And then I'm not gonna lie, like, honestly, coaching probably helped me mentally get through that, just as a community to bounce off of.
Yeah.
And then it was just like you guys, like, kept my head in the game.
I remember.
And
we even talked, hey?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We talked. We're like, oh, look, it's time to like we got to get Becca. We got to take care of Becca, because I remember, like, I was like, because you had this huge year.
Yeah. Where I was gonna quit. I was gonna quit coaching because it was the thing that I had, to cut, like, or I had to make cuts,
Yeah.
And
we have to figure this out. I'm like, it's like when you need us.
right.
Like she needs us right now.
Yeah.
And I remember that I'm figuring out how can we make sure we genuinely try to help. Like, as it was one of those things, we've seen it. Yeah. But I also knew that you didn't know, because you're 3 years in, and you had such success, and you didn't know this part.
Right.
Like, and it was like, oh wow. And I'm like, it's not as bad, and it's going to be short-lived in some level.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, it's like, that's why it's like I've known the journey. It's like, okay, I know this part. This is when you need us. I'm like, oh my goodness, we need to figure this out. Yeah. I'm so glad he didn't quit.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
Me too.
So glad.
Yeah. And so clawed our way out of that in all ways, and continued, honestly, to implement systems and marketing, and then that's when I saw things explode. That's when I was able to, almost triple my business, honestly, in the next, 18 months. And that led me, to my best year ever, being able to handle that success.
Yeah, you had the capacity. You had the system in place.
Yes. Yep.
So what are some of the things that, looking back now, because you're in an amazing place right now, but you definitely went through it. Like, you went down. What advice would you give someone that's taking that same journey today?
Yeah. So the whole reason I joined coaching was because I saw other successful agents who had been in real estate for a lot of years and had been very successful, but they couldn't handle the business that they were doing, and they were being smothered by their job. They were sacrificing their families and their life to build a career, and I just thought, well, when is enough? Like, and I decided to get into coaching early in my career so that I knew what systems I needed to implement so that my business could run smoothly without me, and I could enjoy my life with my family. That has been, like, you want to make money, but I want to make money to enjoy the life with my family.
Yeah.
And that's why I joined coaching.
And you've seen these other people just like, they're just burning out, things are falling apart. And so you saw that and you're like, I don't want that.
Right.
And so that's a motivator.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so true, right? Like, we see it now. It's like, literally, like, I'm like, and what's crazy is they're celebrated.
Right.
It just shows that the family unit, the freedom, like, all of these things that 95% of agents want, we're not celebrating any of that. None.
Yeah.
They go on stage and celebrate the guy that's got the highest GCI, but he may be on his second marriage or third marriage or fourth marriage, but we don't we still celebrate them. And we just did all the pain and all the stuff they go to. And I'm not saying everyone on stage is like that, but I'm saying that it's a weird industry.
Yeah.
Like it's what they do. They just elevate these people. It doesn't matter about anything to do with anything. It could be criminals. Doesn't matter. As long as you got good GCI or putting you on the table, or putting you on the top. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
And I think that's one of the things with working in a boutique brokerage like I am. There's a lot of honest conversations that happen, learning from other people's mistakes. That's another reason I chose coaching, was because we need to have these conversations in real estate. These are real problems that realtors are going to face if they want to be successful. The struggle is real.
It's so real, right? Yeah. We never got into the business to sell houses. I was saying it's weird. We didn't.
Right.
Like, it's not like, oh my goodness, I get to sell houses. Like it's, if I take this role of being a real estate agent, I can actually do what I want, when I want, and I can make as much as I want is the goal.
Yep.
And the thing is, we forget that it's not about selling houses.
Right.
And it's like people like, no one actually got in the business like, I'm going to sell houses. No, it's I want to do what I want, when I want. And then the actual thing they go after is the very thing they lose.
Yep.
This gets so busy, right? And if you're good, you get busy.
Yep.
But then, so tell me this, what's the solution to that? Now that you've put some of these things together, what would you say the solution is to combating that, where the guy's heading that direction? Like, what does that person need to do to make sure that that marriage stays together, or they stay connected to their kids, or they get to travel?
I would say, number one, early in your career, make it a priority to put systems in place so that your job can run without you as much as possible. Number two, build great relationships. And number three is communication. Communication not only with our clients, with our staff, but with our families. Because there's always going to be the tough days.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be the busy seasons. There's always going to be the slow seasons and the hard seasons. But if we can open up and have those conversations with everyone and be our real selves, things are going to go better.
For sure. Did you hire an assistant? Is that one of the things that we went through with you?
Yep.
So tell me what that was like.
That was, so when I had started in my career, once I started to get busy, my broker was very protective of me in the sense that he was, you're not busy enough to, need an assistant, just financially, right? He wants me to get financially stable. Yeah. And I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to do this stuff myself. This is the stuff I don't want to do. I want to be out there doing the good work, And so it was year two, I hired my first part-time assistant. Even during the hard season that I had, I kept her on because that still took a level of stress off of me.
We probably were saying don't fire her either, because right now you need the support. So you need to be selling, you need to be out there, you need to be, I
mean, I needed to put the time into creating work.
That's right. That's right. Not the other stuff.
Yeah.
Most people would have quit that person. They would have fired her and be like, I can't do it. And then, And
then year three started to get so busy, and this was just a part-time job for her, so she couldn't keep up. So year four, we hired another assistant. So we had two part-time assistants working. And then that's the year, as things started to get so busy going into year five, they both, one got a promotion.
Oh no.
And the other one, well, I guess you could say she got a promotion, but she had to take a demanding full-time job. Yeah. And so she couldn't do it anymore.
So now you're getting busy. Yeah, I'm getting busy. Assistance.
No assistant.
Oh my goodness.
And that was, it was like a challenge, but at this time it didn't stress me out. This time it was, I know what I need to do. There's a plan in place. We implemented it. We hired an assistant, and we found the most amazing assistant. And now going into this new year is we are just so ready to rock and roll with her, and we see the growth. This year I'm starting a team this year.
Come on.
I'm so excited for what the future holds for my business. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm excited for the growth that I know is going to happen.
Yeah. And is it because you can rely on, like you have,
Yeah.
like it's not like I have a feeling.
Oh,
The
no.
universe is going to give me this thing,
No.
right? It's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, though, it's because of what?
Yeah. It's because I have systems in place that are going there. It's like lead generation, it's time management, it's the extra hands and help.
Aftercare.
It's everything to nurture what I've already been doing.
So you can actually predict a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can rely on that. That's why
Yep.
when it's like, oh, I think this is gonna be a big year, it's like, it's almost like a writing on the wall versus a prediction or versus a guess. Cause you're like, oh no, I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, after year 5, you're going to have clients that come back around, and because
this is like the itch cycle.
Yeah.
After
Because
5
they've been
years,
nurtured, they're cycling back through. Their families are cycling through, like the younger ones are moving up into their next level of home. And
the thing is, the systems are keeping them in your circle when maybe before you would have had like, well, you just transaction, right?
yeah. And I no longer do any type of lead generation, any type of paid lead generation. Everything is just from systems.
Crazy,
Yeah,
right? Like that's the plan.
Yeah.
Hustle like crazy, bust your ass when you get going, get the machine filled up, put in the systems, nurture, and then let your past clients and those produce the lead gen. How many people we know now that have shut off their lead gen because of systems?
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like lots of them. They're like, yeah, like Todd and Tasha, like all these different people are like, yeah, they're hardcore lead gen people.
Yep.
Zero lead gen.
Right.
Zero. That happens all the time. It's like people don't know that.
Right.
Like it's totally possible. It's fact. It's real. You don't need it.
And year 5. I mean, like that's crazy, to think that. But you build those relationships, and those relationships not only come back around, but they send you other relationships.
Totally. And I think that you have the time, right? So it's like if you're going transaction, like 30 minutes here, 30, but like when you can sit for a couple hours on a CMA, because you're building that relationship, you understand. I think that you have time.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not stressed out, right? Like, so it's like if you're totally stressed out doing everything, you don't have the time to actually take the time to build that relationship, to make that call.
Right.
Like all those things go away. You know what I mean? Then you got to do the crappy calls.
Right. And because you have that time, you're a better version of yourself. You're happier, you're less stressed. And I think people are genuinely drawn to that.
Totally.
The energy.
Totally. Yeah. Well, when I'm feeling good, I'm magnetic. When I'm feeling down, I'm not.
Yep.
It's just you become a little bit more like,
right.
A little avoiding people. I got to talk to that guy. It's as simple as that. Like honestly, like why systems work? Well, because it keeps you at an 8 out of 10 on energy.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 energy versus a 3 is different.
Yeah. I can remember first joining and just being like, do I really need to spend the extra money on this system or this system?
Yeah, it's common.
They all marry together.
Yeah. And the thing is, the money is nothing. Yep. Right? Compared to how many hundreds of thousands of dollars for the 10 grand.
Absolutely.
Like really, like 20 grand. It's like, it is funny though, because you do go from that worker employee mindset to like, I got to put money out. And I think people don't put money out. They just kind of just keep it. And then they think, oh, hopefully deals come in, and they don't, but I don't think they know maybe.
Right.
Curious about, in our world, there's a lot of mindset conversations and a lot of personal growth conversations. We're in Serbia and we've had some pretty amazing sessions. And how is any shifts that you've had? I know it might be hard to pinpoint maybe, but is there any times there's been shifts or any kind of thinking that's changed?
I think since being here, one of the things is it's really reminded me I'm not as uptight. It's more go with the flow, because little things used to catch me and stress me out all the time, like catch you off guard and just like, and now, because our job is we're problem solvers, right? And so like now when things come, I feel so much more go with the flow. And this trip has just really made me hone in on that and realize what a strength that is for me.
Like adaptability?
Yes. Yep. And I mean, because if we think about it, we're the strength for our clients. I don't know why that, I honestly, I don't know why that really was kind of unlocked here, but that's the one feeling that instead of it, I don't know, just honing in on that as a strength, knowing that people lean on me, and that maybe that I'm stronger than I realized.
So thinking about, we talk about systems, right? Which systems are your favorite ones?
So probably, birthday system, which is, maybe it's everybody's favorite. I don't know, because
It gets up there, yeah.
it's pretty easy and it's pretty impactful. Clients love to be remembered, especially as adults. We don't get celebrated as adults, and that surprise for them is, I think, makes them feel not forgotten. That's I think that was probably one of the first systems that I put into place, and I love that one.
Do you get feedback from that one?
Oh yeah, just while we're here, we had a bunch of birthdays this month, and we've been getting text messages.
Amazing.
While we're here, so. Yeah, and it's one of those I've upgraded over the years. I change it up from caramels to cookies, so it's not always the same.
Yeah.
Another one that is really powerful is, well, it's supposed to be Christmas in July, but I do Christmas in November. And what I do is a client pie event. I send out a letter. They get to pick a type of pie they want, and then they come into the office to pick up their fresh local pie for Thanksgiving. So number one, they don't have to cook, and clients say, "I tell my family I'm bringing a pie," so they actually rely on this pie.
Oh no!
And but because they come into the office to pick it up, I get to interact with them. I get to catch up with them. How are things going? And you wouldn't believe the conversations that happen from this.
Amazing.
You know what? Now that we have 2 kids, we're really outgrowing this house, just things like that. And these are conversations that I wouldn't have had I not had this event.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I really think is powerful. And, I would say for the money, it costs me, well, more clients you have, the more money it costs, right? It gets spindier each year. But honestly, we kind of keep track of those conversations that happen. And I bet you that we get about 4 to 5 either leads or deals that we know now are in our funnel that we wouldn't have known were going to be in our funnel.
Yeah,
just
nurture
from that
them
event.
And get them $40,000, $50,000 potentially, right?
Oh yeah.
If not more.
Huge,
yeah,
yep.
exactly. Right. Yep. For $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever it costs, $2,000. I don't know, but.
Yep.
I love the thinking, right? It's a different thinking from being a worker, an employee, to running a business, right? It's money in, money out versus it's not expense, it's a real investment. It actually has a return.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that you have more of a business owner's mindset now? Or you were always a business owner though, right?
I have been a business owner my whole life. But I don't feel like I'm running around with my head cut off all the time. Going in circles, not knowing really what the next step is. There's so much clarity in my business now, and knowing what I'm doing. I would say another system is getting the accounting piece.
Yeah.
Knowing
finances.
Where we're at. And in all my years, 25 years of doing business, I never did that. I had a tax person who prepared my taxes, but I never had an accountant who did the work for me. And as painful as it is to do, and I just think that's
I remember us talking about that actually. I remember you got to get your P&L, you got to know where your money's at.
Yeah, it was such a Band-Aid that I needed to rip off. I knew I needed to rip it off, and but the amount of the work that it was going to take, that one little piece of work that it was going to take to do it though, just crippled me to think to have the time to do that. But doing that now has there is no elephant on my shoulders, I was so weighed down and consumed by that.
I just know the feeling, because you go, no matter how much money you make, you don't know if it's enough, first of all.
Yep. So
you just keep grinding, or you think you're doing great and you're not.
Yep.
Too very hard. So you never get rest.
Yep.
That's why it's P&L statement. If you're in our world, you have to have a P&L statement. You got to know where your money's going. And that's like basics, right?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
crazy?
that's like running around with my head cut off thing again. Like that's
Yeah.
all of that, like to get to feel so put together.
Yeah, in control maybe.
Yes, in control.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy to think about like how many in this industry there's not a conversation happening around this.
Right.
And it's like we're talking about millions of real estate agents, and they
Yeah.
literally don't have a basic financial understanding of where their money's going.
No.
Basics.
Right.
And the industry's not pushing that. They're saying sell more houses. Because if you sell more, it solves all your problems. Is that true?
No.
No.
No. This industry drops you into the middle of a lake and you have to learn how to swim. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. And the training that's there, I don't know. It's like it's not obviously working because I hear this conversation every time.
Yeah.
Every time. It's like not even trying to judge them. It's like just look at the evidence.
Yeah.
Is it working? Not really.
I feel so lucky to have found this program. And it's weird because I stumbled upon it. You know what I mean? I don't even know that I was necessarily.
Was it
like,
a podcast?
It was a podcast.
So crazy, eh?
Yep.
I forget, like it's been so long. It's 4 years, 3 years, 5 years. How long have you been with us?
Oh gosh, 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yep.
And it's like, so I forget. It's like the origin story. It's like, oh yeah, it's a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then how'd you just look us up, or what
Then
did we do?
did
we have a master class or something you joined or something? Or
nope. I kept listening to the podcast, and then I saw on your Facebook page that you did coaching, and just to have a call. And so I just did the call, and I was so impressed by the call that I thought, okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it. You know, I was open to it, and then I think, in all honesty, probably on the call, like being able to be a guest on one of the sessions, is when I heard, you know, these agents that you had there that had been in for 10 plus years, having all these problems, and
right.
You know, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be like that. I need this now so that I don't become like that.
Smart though.
Yeah.
I love that you saw the future and you're like, oh shoot, because most times you have to pay the price to learn that pain, and then you're like, okay, I better fix this. I mean, how many people we see come in the program? They're like 15 years in, 20 years in.
Yeah.
They come in and they're like, yeah, I don't have systems. I didn't take care of my past clients, and I'm tired.
Yeah. Can you imagine putting all of that work in, and not getting anything out of it? Like, here I get to build these relationships, and now they're lifelong.
And they don't. And you've got a net and a system to actually not just hold them, like you're nurturing them. Like it's the coolest thing at scale.
Yeah.
Like you can keep putting them in.
Right.
Oh, so cool. Has Bree been impactful for you? Like, has anyone in the company? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like.
Yeah. So I would say about 2 years after being into coaching is when you started implementing having our coaches. And so versus just having the coaching sessions, now we have our coaches.
An individual coach,
Yeah. And Bree, you know, I can be stubborn, and Bree really keeps me on point, making sure that I am doing the things that I'm supposed to do, reminding me of why I'm doing them, and just holding me accountable so that I can continue to move my business forward.
She really loves you, Becca.
And I love Bree.
She really does. She calls me. She's like, okay, so I had a call with Becca. And so here's what's going on. And it's funny because we're all kind of like that, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, how's she doing? What's going on? But Becca, she loves you. She just loves you. Where do you see yourself in the future? Where are you going with this?
Oh, boy. That's a great question. I feel like the possibilities are endless. Like that's kind of just where I'm at in my career. You know, I'm only, mid 40s. So I still have a lot of career left, a lot of energy left. And I just see growth. I mean, honestly, like that's the biggest feeling I have is just knowing that I'm going to have growth. And so like this year, starting my team, being able to be more of a leader in that sense versus just a hustler. Yeah. I want to teach and mentor, all while growing my business We also have our own business of growing rentals and investment properties. So seeing that grow. In all honesty, that's really my retirement plan. In all of my years of being a business owner, I never saved for retirement. So now I'm kind of on the fast track. Like, how am I going to do this? And real estate is the way. But the thing is like, I want to be that example to people, because a lot of people in my generation haven't saved for retirement either.
For sure.
So can I be that example of here's how you can do it.
Amazing.
When you're in your mid 40s? I think continuing to live a little bit bigger and not putting off the things I want to do and the traveling. I think there's just so much in store for me, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds, honestly.
Yeah, it's like predictable. It's like, okay, if you just do these things, this is what's going to happen.
Yep.
And when markets change, now what? Let's just imagine this again. So now you're year 5. Yeah. Let's say year 6, the market completely goes flat. Like, are you ready for that?
Yeah. So now I have safety nets in place, being prepared, with emergency funds, and being smarter about, or being more intentional with how I spend my time, how I keep my funnel full.
15-30.
Yep. And I now I have multiple streams of income. And I think that's the smart way to navigate those slower times.
Yeah. And are you flipping houses still?
Nope. This one is our last one.
Yeah,
it was kind of PTSD.
Not doing that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but we'll still do the minimal flipping or putting equity into rental homes.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Becca, it's amazing. I feel so blessed and lucky to have you on a program. Every time you're on the call, it's like, Becca's here. We just bring such good energy, and what a cool story we're writing. Like, what a cool story that we get to be part of and do together. Now we're in Serbia. Now we're building brand and doing marketing and building out the marketing team. And like, it's just like, okay, now it's just like momentum, rock and roll. I'm so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm very grateful for you and all of your insight and your team. And like I said, how lucky am I that I was able to find you, and you were able to change the trajectory of my career.